All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
Hey, everybody, welcome on in. Can't find the music for the band. Didn't get it up in time. Where did it go? Where is our intro music? I don't know where it is. We'll try something different. There we go. Welcome on in, everybody. NorCal Sports Network. Giants just in the ball game, beating the Kansas City Royals 3-1. We'll break it down for you, but first let us thank our sponsor of this show, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call, especially if you have a personal injury situation where you need help. Give Chapman Law Group a call at 415-613-9483. Let them help you out. The call is free. The consultation is free. So for the personal injury, and let them help you. All right. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. All right, everybody. The Giants win again, 3-1. Another Cactus League victory for the Giants. They only have a few days left. They leave Saturday. Their remaining schedule, I believe, they think they have a split squad coming up. Yes. No, that's it. Tomorrow, they're off, and they face Cleveland at home and then the Diamondbacks at home, and they're out of here. They're out of Arizona, so 2 more games to go. Their record now improves to 17-6, or are they now 18-7? I'm not sure if that one was counted in there. No, they're 18-6. Yeah, 18-6, the Giants. What can you say? And looking at the box score tonight, I don't know if you guys watched the game. Anybody? I did watch the game on TV. It was on the MLB network. It was the free game of the week. So, yeah, Randy Hoffman, Dodgers are 2 games up on San Francisco. Well, they played 2, they won 2. Yeah, that's right. So, but, you know, Jordan Hicks, he pitched well tonight. He gave up the home run in the first inning to Bobby Witt Jr. No crime in giving up a home run to Witt. He only gave up 3 hits, had good control, didn't walk a batter, struck out 3. Threw 63 pitches, 41 strikes. So, hey, Jordan Hicks, I think he needed to pitch well tonight. I think if he had a bad outing, I think this would have maybe opened the door for him possibly losing that 4th starter position. They still got 1 more game for Jordan Hicks. That'll be Monday or Tuesday night, depending on how it breaks down. Since they have an off day tomorrow, they will pitch on that really hurts them, the off day tomorrow, because the 5th game, well, let's see. No, you can go Friday. That's fine. You can go Friday and pitch. I don't know who pitches, Roop, Harrison, or Birdsong on Friday. I don't know. When did Birdsong pitch last? A couple days ago, right? Was it Sunday? Not sure. But the 5th starter goes Friday. Webb will go in the final Cactus League game on Saturday against the Diamondbacks. And that will be his last start before he pitches the season opener next Thursday. So he'll go into that on his normal 4 days rest. They could possibly give him 5 days rest. They could pitch him Friday, I suppose, if they decided to do that. Let me see. Did he pitch Monday? I think no. Verlander pitched Monday. So yeah, they're probably going to go Although, no, Verlander's going to pitch Sunday in Sacramento. That's right. Yeah, Verlander's pitching Sunday night. So Robbie Ray will probably pitch Monday night, and then he will pitch Sunday, the third game in Cincinnati. The fourth game, or the final preseason game Tuesday night, will probably be Jordan Hicks. Yeah, he'll need one more tune-up because they're not going to wait until to let him pitch in Houston. So Hicks will go Tuesday. So that's how it will go. Whoa, T-Wolves lost. Nice. There we go. That's a big help for Golden State Warriors fans. Didn't see that one coming. I thought see that in the chat there in the comments section. And the Lakers are beating Denver at halftime by 14. Okay, that's got to change. Got to turn that around. NBA games tonight. I know we're here for Giants, but who did the T-Wolves lose to? The Pelicans. Oh, my gosh. The lowly Pelicans in Minnesota beat the T-Wolves. Wow. That's huge. That is absolutely a stunner. Grizzlies are down big too. Yeah. All right. That's good. That's very good. All right. Well, guys, I don't know what you thought of the ball game, but Saban Ceballos, yes, hitting 636, Mike. He got another hit tonight. Saban Ceballos. I think he's like, isn't he like 6 for 11 or something like that, or something crazy? What is, let me look. I can figure this out with my calculator. Maybe he's 7 for 11. Yeah, he's 7 for 11. Yeah, 7 for 11, 636. Hey, the interesting story of the night, if you were watching the game, you heard it, but Logan Porter, the backup catcher who will be down in Sacramento, he was with the Royals, and he went to high school literally right across the street. And I know where that high school is because it's adjacent to the fields of the Royals. It's just literally right across the street. He went to this high school, and he knocked in the winning run tonight with a double down the left field line. And there was a big roar, a cheering section in the crowd. And Logan Porter played for the Royals. And if you've been to Surprise Stadium, they have rooms, the way the stadium's designed on the left field and the right field lines, they have like apartments that are built into the fabric of the stadium, into the architecture. It's really cool. And he was there out of high school. He was there as a worked in the Royals locker room, just trying to be kind of a service guy, like a ball dude or whatever. And so he got, the Royals basically ended up signing him out of kind of like a favor to him. And he ended up making the big leagues with the Royals. So the guy's a pretty decent hitter. And I thought that was a really cool story that, he went, and guys, that's 12 minutes, literally 12 minutes from my house. I'm right down the street from Surprise, and then hang a right on Bell Road, and I'm there, 12 minutes. So I do a lot of things all around that Surprise Stadium. There's a nice Red Robin I go to. There's an In-N-Out. There's a nice breakfast place. One of my chiropractors, The Joint, has an office right there. They've got some pickleball courts that my wife plays at there, and with some friends. It's they got a great dog park. Surprise, really nice area. So it was pretty cool. But Logan Porter, what do we got? A question in here in the chat. JB with Ceballos, says he primarily facing major league caliber. He's coming in late in games, so he's probably facing minor leaguers, AA, AAA guys. But hey, he was the pickup that the Giants got for Jorge Soler from Atlanta, and he can hit. He can hit. This guy's got some pop, and you never know how trades can go. Sometimes, you have to give credit if he pans out to Farhan, and maybe Zach Menason spotted him. It'd be interesting to know who saw him, because that was Menason's job, was to know every ball player in the minor league system and the majors. That was his job. So he was had that role. So if you have a bad back, go to the joint. That's right. The joint. 4 visits for me, 79. Do you know what I did, guys? I joined the joint. It's chiropractic. And I joined them about 8-9 years ago. They were down here in Arizona. I want to say that was probably around 2015. Yeah, it's probably been 10 years. I got in for 49 visits, 4 visits, and every other visit after that was $10. And the chiropractor I really liked at the joint at the time, she left the joint and started her own practice and was given a similar deal. And so I followed her, and then she ended up moving out of the area. So I went back to the joint. Now I'm at 4 visits for 79. Still a great deal, $20 a visit. But was there today, got adjusted. But, can you imagine 4 visits for $49, $12.50 a visit? So, yeah, not too bad. Let's see, what do we got? Let me read the questions. The Giants are extremely focused and determined. Well, Robert, they're 18-6. Let's hope it carries over. Let me tell you, the Kansas City Royals, when they were losing 100-plus games a year previous to last year, they were awful. They were winning the Cactus League, just like the Giants are this year, okay? So, and the Royals announcers, I've heard them talk about it the last couple of years. They're saying, hey, winning the Cactus League and $1 gets you a bottle of water. It means nothing for the standings. Like they were saying, even Salvador Perez hasn't hit a home run this spring. And he said, why bother? I'm not trying to hit home runs. They don't count. So, and he's a veteran. This is a guy that's hit, upwards of close to 50, or maybe even had over 50 one year. I know he had him in the 40s. But guys, it's great that the Giants are 18-6, but we can't let that fool us and say, okay, hey, this is a top team in baseball. They're still predicted to be right around the 500 mark. I do think it is good, though. I think there is a change of heart, change of attitude within the organization. As I've mentioned before, you got rid of the stench. Now you've got a Hall of Fame, soon to be Hall of Fame catcher running the show. And if you guys know anything about baseball, catchers generally are the captains of the team, man. They know what's going on. They have everything in front of them. Yeah, they're the only position facing everybody else, right? So they see everything that's going on, and they deal with the catcher or the pitchers, obviously. But I've said that before too, JB. So 18-6, 6 better than 6-18. The Royals announcers talk about, hey, it's great to be 500 in spring because there's no expectations from people. If you're 18-6 versus 6-18, everybody's like, oh, it's terrible. So sky's falling. Yes, he does have massive power, Mike. He definitely does. Cole says Cactus League means nothing. If they're doing bad, who cares? If they're doing good, doesn't matter either. Yeah, it's kind of why you be mid. But you know what? The Giants can, for teams that haven't done well in the regular season, and they've had just such a S show that's been running the franchise, and it was literally a joke, the whole franchise. This is good. It's good to turn it around. Even though the games don't count, a lot of times guys say practice makes perfect. And if you practice playing winning ball, you hope it'll carry over. You were wondering if Encarnacion contract is, I always thought the signing player to a minor gets 1 year, not multi-years. Encarnacion is out of options, and he's on a year-to-year contract because he does not have a multi-year deal because he's not arbitration eligible. So there's no need to give him a multi-year deal unless you want to buy out his arbitration years. So Encarnacion is on a year-to-year basis, just like Yaz has been on a year-to-year. Wade, all these guys haven't signed a multi-year deal. So we'll see. I don't know if Yaz is going to have to have a big season. Hey, Eric, how you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Sabonis, got a picture of Sabonis. Unfortunately, Sabonis is out for at least 10 days with an ankle. That could hurt the Kings. They are playing the Cavs right now, I believe. Yaz, he may not get a contract next year. If he doesn't have a really good year, Yaz might be out of the game. More like might have to sign a minor league deal and earn a spot because Yaz is look at Alex Verdugo. He does not have a job. Alex Verdugo is looking for a spot in baseball, and he has not been signed. So, hey, good news, guys. See, I'm shaved. I'm nice and clean shaved. My wife is back from the Philippines. She just brought me a glass of water after waking up from her. She boy, what a day it was. We just got home about 3 hours ago. It's now 11:30 Thursday morning in the Philippines. She left Wednesday morning at 6:30 and had to get up like at 4 in the morning, to get to the airport by 5. And so she was up. Well, I mean, you get a little sleep on the plane, but it's not the greatest sleep. Good evening to Philip. Let's see what else we got here. Hey, the Dodgers are 2-0. I was hoping I was going to get to move that doggone hat off the top shelf there, but that Dodger hat's probably not going to get moved, is it, this year? Unless they go into a little mini slump and are like 3-4 and somebody else gets a hot start, right? Yeah. Yes, Pinoy power. That's right. Pinoy, if you guys aren't aware of it, Filipino. Yep. So what else we got here? Reading the chat here. Let me go back to I'm getting texted for fantasy baseball. 5 days till draft. Hope you're prepping. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see. Dan, could you possibly see 90 wins? I wouldn't get my hopes up for it, Robert. But there's a world it could happen. I'm not saying it will not happen. I think if the Giants are really competitive in the first half and the pitching holds up, don't get a lot of injuries, pitching comes through, defense plays well, you never know, because at the trade deadline, if the Giants are playing well, maybe you make a positive move to get a really productive player that's a difference maker for a half, 3 months. So we'll see. I do think, guys, that they're probably, and we'll have our predictions a week from tonight. We'll do our prediction show. Maybe we'll do it Tuesday night. Not sure yet, but the prediction show, we will be talking about the whole league. But I think right now I've got the Giants in the low 80s is where I could see them, 82 to 83, 84, right in there. And you know what? That's not too far from 90 if you win 84, if things go your way. We'll see. This is not a bad ball club. It's not a great ball club. It's missing a couple things, but it's not a bad ball club. If the young pitching comes through, if Verlander holds up. I think Robbie Ray has a bounce back year. I think Robbie Ray might be the X factor on this pitching staff, guys. I think Robbie Ray could have a huge year. And if I think Birdsong gets the 5th spot in the rotation. And if Birdsong, if any guys falter or there's an injury, I think Landon Roop steps right in. And then hopefully Harrison gets his stuff together and figures it out. And he's right there. You're going to need, hey, look, you're going to get starts this year out of all 3 of those guys, Harrison and Roop and Birdsong. And you may even get starts out of a guy like Keaton Wynn. Pitching is so fragile. It really is. Pitching, guys miss a start or 2, or they get injured and they miss a month. It's going to happen. You need a lot of starters. And the Giants really have, you think about it, they have at least 8. If you figure they're starting 5, if Birdsong's the 5th, you got 6th and Roop, 7 and Harrison, or vice versa. So there's 7. Keaton Wynn is 8. He can take the mound. It appears that Tristan Beck can take the mound for 5 innings. He got hit up pretty good tonight. Not horribly, but he did luck out and get out of the inning with a double play. He hit a guy, gave up some hits. But who else could start? Mason Black could be a spot starter. So, yeah, Robert, I don't think there's going to be any more bullpen games. I don't see that. Unless there's a ton of injuries. I just don't see it. So, hey, Brian. Hey, Dan, hope all is well. God bless you. Hey, thank you, Brian. You too. Man, I always love God's blessings. Man, I'll take that all the time. Let's see. Deloading. All right. Hey, man, our basketball dude in here for the Giants. Hey, deloading. The T-Wolves lost tonight. T-Wolves lost tonight, and Memphis is losing. So let me check the scoreboard real quick here just on that. Lakers are up big 17 over the Nuggets. And here comes the Grizzlies. They're making a comeback. They're only down by 11. They were down by 20 plus. Down by 11. But you better make that run count and get ahead, because if you don't, and the Kings have jumped back into the lead. Oh, for our Sacramento fans, the Kings without Sabonis are beating the Cavs. Could the Cavs lose 2 in a row? Wow. After winning like 16 straight, and then they lost last week, and then they lost the other night to the Clippers. This would be like the 3rd loss for the Cavs. Hey, it happens. We'll see how that turns out. But what's your guys' thoughts on this Giants season? Do you think this Giants team is I know what Robert Rothberg thinks, but I want to know what everybody else thinks. All right, good. Deloading. Can't wait for Giants baseball. Well, hopefully a fun year at the very least. Yeah, let's hope so. Hey, guys, we're going to figure out a way to get to a ballpark. We got to I'm going to organize something here with several of the content shows, and we'll do a content creator day at the ballpark, and we'll have different Giants content creators. We'll head out to the ballpark. Brian says 82 to 85. Yeah, you're right where I'm at, Brian. Right where I'm at. Yeah. Robert, of course, this is a very special team. Talk to me in August, Robert. If they're a special team, we'll know it in August. We'll know it in July, hopefully. But I've seen teams have good starts and then just falter. How about the 2016 Giants team that was the best record in baseball at the All-Star break? Something like 57-35. And then they finished, I don't know if they won 90 or 89, but they lost more in the second half than or real close to it. They were like, I think they were. Yeah, it was bad second half. So, Can happen, guys. Can happen. If you've been watching baseball, Robert, you should know that as long as you've been watching baseball. I agree. Hicks needs to be in the bullpen. Look, make the best use of him. Give Roop and Birdsong starting jobs, and Harrison ready to go if anybody else falters. And Hicks should be the 7th or 8th inning guy. I like Hicks in the 7th. I like Duvall in the 8th and Walker in the 9th. And all three can close. You know, let's say Webb goes 7 innings one day or 8, and then another guy closes, Walker closes, and it's Walker's second outing in a row, 2 days back to back. And you can move Hicks to the closer for that third, that game, or you could use Duvall because you're not going to use Walker. By putting Hicks in the back end of the bullpen, it makes this pitching staff so much better. In fact, I would argue to say if you had a bullpen of Hicks, Duvall, and Rogers, and then Duvall, Hicks, Duvall, and Walker, and then you had Rogers also in there for the 6th inning, and you got Jelly to come in occasionally, and you got Eric Miller, and maybe it's Randy Rodriguez, whoever. I think you got the best bullpen in baseball, or arguably right there. But I think the Giants are making a grave mistake in not, because what I worry about is, okay, we're going to move Hicks to the bullpen in the second half if he gets tired because he's at his innings limit. Then he's not useful to you in the second half, just like last year. If you guys are new to NorCal Sports Network, I was saying this last year in March that I said Jordan Hicks will wear out, and my fear is he's going to get hurt because he's never pitched that many innings, and he's not even going to be available to pitch in the bullpen. And that's exactly what happened. He got hurt. No, he got tired, put him in the bullpen. He got hurt. He was never the same. Look, his velocity was down in the low 90s last year. This is a dude that can hit 105 occasionally, but consistently throw for an inning. He can throw BBs at 103. Okay. You go one inning, you're throwing 15, hopefully no more than 20 pitches. And you're just, you can wind up and let her rip. Yeah, I think so. Deloading too. I think Birdsong is the more promising pitcher than Harrison. He's got just great stuff, and he's throwing 98 with ease. Got a lot of different pitches, So I really think no, Rob. The backup catcher's probably going to be Sam Huff. Outside shot that it's Max Stassi, but Porter has no shot of opening day unless, Stassi and Huff go down. But Porter is depth piece. He's brought in his depth. Birdsong, everybody sees it, Pie in the sky here, Don Michio says here, scenario, but for fun. What would Giants have to have happen to win the World Series this year? Nobody predicted 2010, so let's imagine for a bit. Who are the standouts to you? The Giants to win a World Series, they'd have to get great pitching from 4 starters, okay? They'd have to avoid the injury bug. Their bullpen would have to be dominant. You'd have to get productive seasons out of Chapman, Adames, Ramos, Lee. They wouldn't have to be like all-star. They'd just have to be productive. If the pitching's great, you just need productive, timely hitting. Look, the Giants only really had Buster that was really the star of the team. So I hear what you're saying, Don. It's might not be bad to throw a bone at that bet just for the heck of it. Let me see what you could get. Let me sign in here to my FanDuel, and let me get my login here with my Face ID. There we go. Let me check the baseball MLB World Series. World Series. Dodgers are plus 240. Braves, they're second at plus 900 along with the Yankees. Then the Phillies, plus 1,000. Mets, plus 1,100. Then it goes down from there. The Giants are down at plus 10,000. So let's throw. Well, it's really plus 1,000. $10 to win 1,000. Same bet I got on the Warriors. Same bet. I like my chances with the Warriors much more than the Giants, though. $10 to win 1,000. So, you know what? Why don't we do that? Why don't we throw? What the heck? Be pulling for the Giants this year. $5 to win 500. I don't want to throw away 10. A 5. What do you think, guys? Should I do it? Should I do this one right there? Should I do that? Give me a thumbs up or Deloading says, what the hell? That's up 2 Big Macs. Why not? I could save eating out one day. I eat at home, right? Anybody else? Should I do it? Pretend it's 2009. Nobody saw Mike McVoy. All right, you know what? Bet 1,000, Dan, to win 100 grand. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can. You guys see that? It's kind of. Come on, zone in here, camera. Doesn't get very clear. Let's see. See if I can do this. There, it's clear. Straight bet placed. $5. San Francisco Giants. It's done. I did it. Don Michio got me going. $5 to win 500. There we go. Don't anybody tell me I'm not pulling for the Giants, but I will tell it straight. I will give you the straight scoop always on NorCal Sports Network. I did it, guys. Right live. There it is. There's my bet. $5 to win. So, Payton says, way to go, high roller. I'll take a gamble, but I don't want to be ridiculous and go, normally I would throw $20 at something. Like today, guys, I did another bet on here. Did you know the 49ers are favored to win the division next year after all the stuff they've been doing? Like the Rams got much better odds. So I threw 50 on the Rams. That's a little more of a bigger bet. I put 50 on the Rams to win the division. I know the Niners are going to have a softer schedule. Rams are going to have a first place schedule and the Niners will have a last place schedule, but I don't know. Who do I got cutting down the nets? I don't know. I like Florida. I'm with Lou. I like Florida. Auburn, if they can get past their second game, playing just up the road in Louisville, that could be tough. They have to face Louisville. I'm kind of, how many teams did the SEC get in? Wasn't it like 13 or 14 teams from the SEC got into the tournament. Crazy. I mean, the conferences are all screwed up now, right? I mean, there's just like 4 major conferences now, right? SEC with the Pac-12 gone, SEC, ACC, Big 10, and Big 12. That's it. Hey, you know what, guys? Let me do something here. I am going to throw the link out here for you guys. Anybody who wants to come in, talk some Giants baseball with me, come on in. Give me a sec here to put the link in. All right, guys, there it is. Link is in the chat. You guys want to come in? We'll talk Giants baseball. Do it quickly if you want to come in, because we're not going to go too long tonight. We'll probably go another 20, 25 minutes or so. So, and then if we got any fantasy baseball players in here, that's right, guys. Make sure to contact Chapman Law Group with any legal needs. They're there for you. Chapman Law Group. You can check them out in the description of the video, the show, or you can always go back to the beginning of the show and get their phone number. So check them out. All right, we got Deloading. He's always good to jump in. Deloading the basketball.
What's up, Dan?
How you doing?
Pretty good. It just had my last final for school today, so I'm on spring break right now.
Did you ace it?
We'll find out in a week.
I never had confidence when I did a final because I never really studied that hard.
Yeah, no, I studied a lot. I think I did pretty good, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I
used to take pretty good tests in high school, but when I got to college, it was just I don't know, it's just so many.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, as long as you get the, I mean, are you trying to get a dean? Are you on the dean's scholarship deal or anything like that? A dean's list?
I am on a scholarship, yes. So
okay.
I have to keep my grades at a certain point.
There you go. Keep studying. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. What are you studying, by the way?
Business management.
Business management. All right.
With a minor in econ.
Oh, you ought to go down to when you graduate, go down to Pepperdine and take Ned's class.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sports management. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Are you going to UC Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Boy, this is a lot of people associated with NorCal have gone to UC Santa Cruz. Ryan graduated from there, producer Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric's daughter graduated. I think she graduated the same time last year as was it last year or the year before? I'm not sure. I think it was 24 that I don't know when Ryan graduated, but Eric's daughter graduated from UC Santa Cruz too. So maybe we can get them as a sponsor.
You could try.
Hey, work on that, producer Ryan. Get your alma mater to sponsor us. You see, we got a lot of young people watching this show. We got one kid. Who's the one kid that's like 12? That was I haven't seen him in a while.
You got a 12-year-old watching?
Clayton. He's called in. I think he's 12 or 13. Clayton.
Wow.
You're out there, Clayton. We haven't seen you in a while. Thought I saw him in the chat the other day, but yeah. We'll get him listening to the ads for UC Santa Cruz, and he'll be on his way. So last final was today, and now you got spring break.
Yep, I have like a week and a half off. So
wow,
I think I'll be going to opening day at Oracle. So and I don't have school around that time, so we'll see.
Nick says I have a minor on my show. I don't think he's talking about you. I think he was talking about Clayton. I think if you're 18, you're okay. If you're above 18, it's crazy. You can go fight for your country at 18, but you cannot drink at 18. It's pretty weird. Think about that.
I'm 21 though. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not 18.
Okay, good.
I can't rent a car yet. That's the last step.
Oh, 25. You got to be 25. I love that when I got to 20. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Isn't that something? You can't rent a car unless you're 25. Well, I think rental car companies know what some of these people do with their cars, So
that's true.
They don't need some 22-year-old doing donuts in a parking lot and, tearing up their suspensions and all that stuff, What else we got in here? So anybody else putting 5 on the Giants? Come on. I did it.
I'll throw some money down the Giants. I just want the season to be here. It's kind of like that point in spring training where
everybody's
waiting for it to end.
And the players are right there. The players believe me, players are so done. They were done probably last week. But if you cut it a week short, then they're done a week before. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
The
thing that also kind of took the wind out of my sails was the fact that all these games you can't even watch them, but for all these other teams you can. First week or so, I was excited to watch all these new guys. Some of the young guys just get back into it and can't even watch them.
Yeah, it's up to the home team how many they broadcast. And NBC Sports Bay Area only did 6 games this year. Ryan says he's going to throw some money down on Draymond Green as Depoy Defensive Player of the Year. Did you hear him lobbying last night, Ryan? He went on a 10-minute lobbying about how he's the best defender and nobody does what he does, which is true. He says that everybody looks at stats and he doesn't block a ton of shots and he doesn't get as many rebounds, but he affects the entire team's offense.
His defense last night was unbelievable. It was so impressive.
Yeah.
I think the stat, Giannis was 0 for 7 with 2 blocked shots and a couple turnovers when Draymond was defending him primarily.
Oh, he flew up to second overnight? Oh, wait, see what lobbying does?
Now that Wembanyama's hurt, who's first?
Let me pull up NBA here.
Is it Jaren Jackson?
NBA awards. Let me go to awards. Here we go. Awards. Shea's the big time favorite over Jokic for MVP. Rookie of the Year, Castle looks like he's going to win that. Defensive Player of the Year, it's Mobley. Evan Mobley at minus 270. Draymond is at plus 500. Wow. So Draymond shot up from 12th to 2nd. Crazy. Well, go crazy the last 13 games, Draymond. Let's see what else we got.
Grizzlies are back down 12, 9 minutes left. That'd be a huge loss.
Yeah, well, it's tough when you make a run in the NBA, and if you don't take the lead and keep going, you generally run out of steam.
Jaw's not playing again. Does he ever play anymore?
I don't know.
I feel like every time I check the game, he's out.
Yeah. Wow. Mike Val says, ridiculous MLB TV trying to trap people into paying $150 in NBC Bay Area who just charges all $20 a month to watch spring training. Hey, I'll give you guys a tip. Now, if you're near the Bay Area, you're not going to be able, your games get blacked out. Like my games get blacked out by the Diamondbacks, but I have T-Mobile and they give me MLB TV free. So I can watch every game of every team except the Diamondbacks. So then I find ways around it when the Diamondbacks are playing the Giants. I just have other avenues to watch those games. But What's going on with Clay? Oh, Quentin Grimes, 28 traded average 28 for the Sixers. Okay. All right, so we got. Oh, T-Mobile doesn't work in San Francisco very well, huh? That's no good. Yeah, Verizon. I don't know if Verizon's. I used to have Verizon for years, and then T-Mobile was quite a bit cheaper, and I thought I'll try it. And I thought to myself, if it doesn't work, I'll go back. But then it did. It actually works pretty good. It's if you travel into remote areas, I think Verizon's going to be better. Oh, what else we got in here? So, what do you think, Giants? What do you think they should do? Give me your starting lineup. How you would put it together, 1 through 9, with the batting order. Deloading. What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the roster real quick so I don't forget anybody.
And keep in mind they'll be facing right-handed pitching for the most part, about 3/4 of the time.
Yeah. Honestly, I like Lee leading off. It's so difficult, like fitting in Adames, and like I either put Adames at 2 or 3. Ramos maybe at 3, and then I don't know. It's just so difficult with these guys. That early part of the lineup, I don't even know how to fill it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably going with. It looks like they're going with Wade.
Yeah,
and then they're going to go Adames, and then they're going Lee, and then Chapman is 4.
And then Ramos 5.
I think Ramos is 5.
Then we'll go Bailey 6.
I'm not sure where Bailey was. I haven't looked. I keep forgetting. I think Bailey's 6th, and 7th is 7th was.
You got like Fitzgerald in there.
I think he was 9th. Maybe Bailey was 9th.
So wait, who's the last few guys that's filling it out? Yastrzemski, Fitzgerald, and
your DH. It's probably Wilmer.
Oh.
No. Yeah, your DH is probably going to be.
I like Encarnacion.
Yeah, I like Encarnacion too. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I agree. Matos needs to start over Yaz. Matos, guy doesn't strike out hardly at all, and he got robbed of a hit tonight by Bobby Witt Jr. going nice, sliding pickup and threw him out. But yeah, I think 7th. Mike says is Flores or Gerard. Gerard. They go by Gerard, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Gerard or Gerard? I think it's Gerard. Anyway,
I'm just so off the Wilmer Flores train. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he can turn it back a little bit, but he was so bad last year.
Yeah. Boy, the Nuggets are getting blown out by the Lakers with 8 minutes to go. The Nuggets are down 107-84. That game's over. Trailblazers are leading the Grizz 102-90 with 7.5 minutes to go. Oh, the Kings and the Cavs in a tight one. 109-107, 4:27 to go. Dang, I should go watch that game. Let's see. Any other games of importance? No. Hey, what do you guys think of the Minnesota Vikings basically turning down, saying they're not going to go with Aaron Rodgers, who wanted to play with them? Wouldn't that have been weird if Rodgers, he goes to, he starts at the Packers, follows Brett Favre. Brett Favre then goes to the Jets, right? Did he play with the Jets did he play 2 years or 1 year? Can't remember if it was 1 or 2. But then Favre goes to the Vikings. If Rodgers ended up with the Vikings, that would be the biggest irony. That'd be crazy.
He's got Pittsburgh written all over him.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be weird if the Niners couldn't get anything going with Purdy, and they said we're just going to bring Rodgers in for a year?
They already traded for Mac Jones though,
or signed him in a free agent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, McCarthy's playing this year for the Vikes, Mark. Yeah. So Flores was injured last year. 2025 will be a comeback, says. Where did I see that comment? Marcus Villagrana says Flores was, 25. He could come back. He was injured. Maybe his knees or something were bad last year. Oh, Nuggets, no Murray or Jokic tonight. Wow. I guess the Lakers learned.
They didn't play again.
What's going on with them? Are they hurt, or are they just giving them a rest week? You know, Ryan? Or I don't know what's going on.
I honestly think it's just rest.
Wow. Well, hopefully I think the Warriors should learn from that and give Steph a break tomorrow night again too.
That's what I sent in the chat earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but I was kind of surprised. Steve Kerr already announced earlier today that Steph would be playing tomorrow.
Jeez.
And I'm like, if you just give him that day off, that's
4 days.
1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 days before the next game. Just give him the extra day. You play Toronto.
I know. Man, give him the time off. I don't know if there's a spot on the trip that he can rest. Maybe he can rest against New Orleans on the road trip. The Warriors, by the way, I looked at their schedule on the road trip. They've got Atlanta Saturday, then they don't play until Tuesday against Miami.
Yep.
So they need to win those 2 games, and then they don't play again until Thursday, or actually Friday against. So they got a couple on a road trip. I mean, it's a long road trip because of the time off. They go on the road Saturday, March 22nd, and they don't get back home until
April 4th.
April 4th. Dang, that's a long trip.
And the last 2 legs of that road trip are pretty rough.
Yes, they got the Lakers, and then back to back. I think they come home. Well, let's see. They got Memphis, right? Memphis and the Lakers.
Memphis, and then they got Lakers Nuggets back to back. One of them's at LA, and then they play Denver at home.
I looked at the schedule and said they got to go 9 and or 10. If they go 9 and 4, they end up with 49 and 33. If they can go 10 and 3, be 50 and 32. I think they hold off Minnesota. By the way, Memphis or Minnesota. Yeah, we already mentioned they lost to the Pelicans. That's huge. That is huge for the Warriors. Memphis is going to lose, it looks like, unless something crazy happens. They're down 13 with 5:40 left. Kings leading the Cavs 113-109. What are the Kings fighting for? They fighting for the 9th spot, 8th spot? Let's see. The Kings are they're kind of locked into the 9th. They're really locked in. But you know what? That's going to give them a home game against Dallas or Phoenix. And I think it's going to be Phoenix.
Yeah, I agree. Phoenix is going to jump them. Did you see how Dallas lost today? It was like the ultimate tank job.
What happened? I didn't see it.
They were up like 8 with 50 seconds left, and they Indiana
No.
went on like a 13-3 run or
Oh my
something to
gosh.
end the game.
No way.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
They're up 128 to 121 with a
50
minute left.
seconds? Oh
Yep.
gosh. Wow. That's the ultimate choke job. You know, that's why the Warriors, it's so good to have Jimmy and Steph, because just put the ball in their hands at the end of a game and make them foul those guys. You know, I don't know. Do you think in a tight game where where the Warriors are up and they're going to be free throws, do you think they should be, ideally you can, there's stoppage and you can substitute offense, defense, but do you think Buddy Hield should be out there on the closing 5 because of free throws when a team's just got a foul to get back into the game?
If the Warriors are up and they just need a free throw lineup out there,
Yeah.
probably be him, like.
Well, they're not going to take
Maybe-
Draymond out, even
No.
though he's probably a 68, 70% shooter. They're not going to take him out.
Yeah, you'd put Hield out there, and then who'd the 5th guy be? Like Moody?
Ooh.
Podziemski?
No, I don't feel good about Pods on the free throw line, but I don't know. JK.
I mean, you just have ideally that 5th guy taking the ball out, though. So
Yeah. So yeah, Butler. It'd be Butler, probably Draymond taking it out. So the 5th guy maybe is just down the court or something, where he's not going to get the ball. Because, yeah, I mean the Warriors. Yeah. Hey, did you guys see the stat? It's kind of funny, but that Quentin Post is ahead of Steph Curry's pace for threes. He's hit more threes in his rookie season than Steph hit in his rookie year. So Quentin Post is going to be the guy that breaks Steph's record. You heard it here first. Yeah. Tyler Fitzgerald, that's right, guys. We got to talk about that. He did hit a home run, but struck out 3 more times. He's K'ing 40.5% of the time. I don't know why it happened, but the dude just started swinging for the fences since that great weekend last year. Yeah, where he hit home runs in 5 consecutive games.
he's K'ing 40% of the time in spring or since that home run streak?
I'm not sure what his stats are in the spring, but he strikes out a ton. And I'm telling you guys,
jeez,
he may lose that job. If he's striking out 40% of the time and he's not hitting the long ball, you can't have that. That's such a, I mean, he does not hit the breaking ball well. I watched him strike out on it tonight, and
wait, Dan.
Yeah.
Is the Luciano and left thing dead? Like,
it's going to happen in Sacramento.
mm-hmm.
What I don't like about it, did you guys hear? And I mean, some of you may have watched it, but if you didn't, you looked at the box score. Freddie Freeman was out for the 2 games in Japan. You know who they put at first base? Enrique Hernandez. The dude's a shortstop, center fielder, second base, utility guy. They put him at first base. You can't tell me that the Giants can't train Marco Luciano to play first base and have a solid. You want his bat in the lineup. He's locked. He's blocked from the outfield. The Giants have Ramos, Lee, and Matos, and McRae's the 4th outfielder if you don't even count Yaz. So where are you going to put? And then you got Encarnacion that's going to be ahead of Luciano for the outfield. And I don't know why they're putting him in left field. I just think they could have trained him in the offseason to play first. I really think he could handle it. I get the outfield too, but unless you're going to trade him, I don't know where unless something happens like what happened last year when Slater went down and Conforto and Lee that opened a spot for Ramos. If 2 or 3 outfielders go down, maybe you got to bring up Luciano. We'll see how that goes. I did read that. In fact, we did a video on this, not just on the real estate, but the Giants selling 10% of their team, the ownership, to a company called 6th Street or something like that. 6 Cents, 6th Street, I don't remember. But they are not going to use any of the money for player payroll. It's all to attract free agents. It's all going to go into the stadium improvements, Scottsdale, and then Mission Rock. But they said they won't mix money with Mission Rock, bringing into the ball club, but they'll sell part of the team so that they can get more to fix Mission Rock. That tells you where their head is at. Their focus is in on Mission Rock. So the Kings, is that final? It pretty much is. They're up 5 with 35 seconds to go. Can Donovan Mitchell hit a 4-pointer here? Wow, Kings ain't dead yet, says Kitchen Handy.
Well, Cavs are about to lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, three in the last week.
Oh, 3 in a row.
Or 3 in a row, yeah. Wow. Yeah, Bryce is not ready for first base. Put him in the outfield. Susan Sussler says, I don't believe everything she said. 4 in the last week for the Cavs. Yeah, they should be making some trades. I think so. There could be some trades. A lot of times there's trades right before this spring training ends. Kings ain't dead yet, baby. Well,
they're pretty dead.
It's 121 to 119. The Cavs just hit a 3 with 32 and a half seconds to go. So it's not over yet, Kitchen Handy. Be careful. Be careful. Get a stop. Get the final shot. Go into OT. Or hit a 3 and get a walk-off. 122 to 121. That would be something. Okay, 12.8 seconds to go. I don't know who's got the ball. Let me see. Monk made a free throw. Okay, so they're up 3, 122 to 119. All right, so does Monk make this? He does. Cavs will have to call a timeout. Get a quick 3. Nope, misses shot. Game's over. That's it. Buzzer sounds. Game over. Light the beam for the Kings. And the Kings are going to finish in 9th place. They're going to get a home game against the Phoenix Suns, I think. The winner will play at 7 or 8 seed. And that's not going to be easy because that's probably going to be one of 3 teams you're going to face. You're facing either the T-Wolves, Clippers, or Warriors, most likely, right?
Yep, it's those 3.
So, yeah, that would be tough to go back to Minnesota. I'm hoping that, how's this going to work here with these standings now that the NBA West, the Western Conference, Denver's going to fall behind the Lakers. Lakers are going to move to 3rd. Denver will go to 4th. Memphis will remain in 5th, but only 2 games ahead of the Warriors. They will be 43 and 27, which is great. 2 in the loss column. That's doable. But let's see how Memphis is doing here before I get out of hand here. Memphis is done. Trailblazers, 115 to 96 with 30 seconds to go. Memphis loses. Wow. Memphis loses and Minnesota loses. Warriors just need. Oh, shoot. The Rockets. Rockets are holding on, man. I thought they might lose this game to Orlando tonight. So this is big for the Warriors. This is really, really big, deloading, because the Warriors now have a, kind of a mulligan, so to speak, because they're 2 ahead of the Minnesota in the loss column, but they're really 1 game ahead, because if they tie, that would be ideal, Ryan. Warriors get the 6 seed, Rockets get the 3 seed. That would be ideal.
It's just so interesting how those top seeds are going to play out, because seeing who the Warriors could get, I don't want to see LA in the first round.
Yeah, LA or Denver.
Yeah.
Anybody else, you just take your shot. But LA or Denver would be tough, especially after LeBum comes back with his, newfound youth from his juicing on his trip.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to put our nightly little banner up. Let's do that real quick. We usually try and do that in the top 5, but LeBum, not a top 5. Not a top 5. Oop, I gotta edit that. Come on. How can I edit that? Edit. Not a top 5. Of all time. There we go. Save. There we go. Now we can put that up. LeBum, not a top 5 player of all time. That gets our producer all riled up. Where's the light the beam? Where's the light the beam banner? LeBron James is Chinese asset. Oh boy. Yes, LeBum is loading up on Chrome for the playoff run. I think so. LaFraud, yes. LaFraud, LeBum, whatever you want to call him. Not picking that guy. What else we got? All right. I think that's enough, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Deloading, you're welcome to join us. Open up the chat maybe tomorrow night.
I'll let you know.
All right. And we'll be talking Warriors, Toronto Raptors. And speaking of the Toronto Raptors, I'm a little worried about the Clippers right now, because I'm starting to see Toronto Raptors, San Antonio Spurs, Kawhi Leonard starting to heat up. Look out. If he gets going like he did the other night, he had 30 plus, and he's money. He's money. When Kawhi is healthy and wants to play and is totally focused, and the injuries, the knees are not a problem, oh my gosh, Kawhi's he's nails, man. He's the guy kind of like Jimmy when it comes to the playoffs and stuff too.
That's a
Kawhi
team
and Harden.
Hate to play if I was the 1 or 2 seed and they slide into the play-in.
Hey, if the Clippers end up with the 8th spot, they're going to be in the play-in. And if you look at the playoffs right now, the situation is you've got Minnesota 7 and you've got 8, the Clippers, right? No, take that back. Clippers are now 7th and Minnesota 8. Clippers are, if the Clippers end up in the 7th seed, they'll get the home game against Minnesota. I think they will beat Minnesota and they will face the 2 seed, which will be I don't know if Houston can hold on to that. I just don't think they do. I think Houston falls back.
I would love to see a Minnesota OKC first round, and then Clippers Lakers, if the Lakers can fight back up to 2 in the first round.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Although the Lakers have had the Clippers number.
It's just Kawhi hasn't been healthy. So
yeah,
we'll see.
You get Kawhi, it's a big difference. Steph generally doesn't shoot well in the Lakers room because of the backdrop. It's all dark. There's no you would think it would be easier to see the hoop with the fans blacked out. They do it like a movie theater style kind of. Whereas most arenas, the lights are on for the whole arena. So we'll see. We got our Sacramento fans getting excited. Eric L. and Kitchen Handy. And they're all fired up for the Kings knocking off the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is a big win. Give them credit. Sacramento really needs that to hold on to the 9 spot. Got to remember the 10th spot's the worst place to be because it's 2 road games. At least the 9th, you got a shot at 1 home game, and then, you get a chance. Wasn't it Memphis that finished a couple years ago when the Warriors were 8th? Memphis, the Lakers beat the Warriors on that LeBron ridiculous 3-point shot. The Warriors had them, and they were going into the playoffs as the 7 seed. LeBron hits the 3, which really irritates me. And then Memphis beat the Warriors at home to knock out the Warriors.
Yeah, Draymond airballed the layup with like 3 seconds left.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see where this thing goes. But tomorrow night we'll be back on here about 9:30, 9:45. Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. Thanks for being with us. Giants win again, guys, tonight. 3-1 to go 18-6. Jordan Hicks to wrap it up. Looked well. Pitched well on the mound. Hitting stars for the Giants, really not too much in the forms of hitting. Tyler Fitzgerald went 1 for 4, hit the opposite field homer, but strike out 3 times. The rest of they only had, let me see, what was their total hits tonight? Not too many. Sabalas got 1. Porter got 1. Those guys, Meckler got 1. So, the regulars pretty much stayed in Scottsdale with the exception of Ramos. I'm hoping they're not going to planning on platooning Ramos this year.
There's no way they do that.
I sure hope not.
If they platoon Ramos, I'm out.
Yeah, there's no way. They better not do that. What do we got here? Don't say that around Glenn, Skater says. What did somebody say? I don't know what was said. Oh, well. Anyway, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night. And we got to do a fantasy baseball. We may open up the NorCal Sports Network Fantasy Baseball League here, and we'll have to get people in quickly. So we'll talk about that in the coming. Well, we're going to do more, but I think we're going to probably do an inexpensive league now, probably about $50.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Probably about
I'd be
50.
down to do that.
All right.
I'd be down for more, but obviously if people don't want to, then I'll do whatever.
Yeah. Seeing where we can get this. But all right, guys, thanks for being here with us. We will see you guys tomorrow night. And make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Give the show a like. It really helps it. Let's see if we can get to how many likes we got right now. Let me check real quick here. 1 second here while I check it. Gotta go online. We've got how many we got? We got 59. They just hit some more. Very good. Let's see if we can get to 75 or 80 before that you guys leave the show. All right, guys. Thanks for being part of NorCal Sports Network. We really do appreciate you watching, and we will see you tomorrow night. If I can find the music, there it is. Have a good night.
Lamont Wade Jr. of the San Francisco Giants, and you listen to Dan on the NorCal Sports Network.
Hey, this is Luis Matos, and hey, this is Luis Matos, and
Lamont Wade Jr. of the San Francisco Giants, and you listen to Dan on the NorCal Sports Network.